Hello there, everyone. This is Jeremy from Giants in the Crease coming to you with a new new scouting video, where we're going to watch, obviously on the screen, Thatcher Bernstein of the Dubuque Fighting Saints out of the USHL. He's an '06 birth year, so that means that this is going to be his first time going through the NHL draft process. And we're going to take a look at him today because I find him to be an interesting prospect. If you go and look up his stats, you're going to find he hasn't played a whole lot at all, and his save percentage is quite low at an 850 at the time of this recording. Obviously, not great, but that's why we're going to watch some film and see if he's more than that or if he can be more than that, which is the big question going on here. So I just want to do a little bit of cleanup at the start here, in that we're going to aim for a bit of a shorter video. Previously, all these videos that I've done have been around the 20-minute mark. We're going to try and cut that down because I know listening to me for over 20 minutes and going over goalie film for 20 minutes, not for everybody who just wants a nice clean snapshot of a goalie. So we're going to see if we can do this in about 10 minutes. And so if we want to get this done in 10 minutes, we better just get straight to it, shall we? All right, so first thing I always like to look at is, how does a goalie move? Because if you can't move, probably not going to be making that many saves. So we're just going to let the tape roll here. Actually, we're going to move back a little bit. All right, so we see the puck starting in the middle here. Now, something I want you to notice, first of all, is look at Bernstein's stance. So something I have noticed in this game is that he anticipates shot a lot. So he's often in that wider base stance, even when the puck is out beyond the top of the circles. So to play here, one thing I do like is that you'll see when he's moving across, he's at least standing up. He's in a bit more of a relaxed stance, but he's using his outer edges to move, and he's keeping up with the play. So you can see him anticipating shot again, getting into that low stance, and retreating a little bit, but not a whole lot. Something you'll notice about Bernstein in this video is he has a box of control, a control box, where he doesn't really move out too far from his post. He'll move a little bit out here, a little bit out this way, but typically he does not like overlapping on his posts at all. So we have the puck come back out, nice moving over, and look at that recovery too. So he finds the shot, goes off of him or misses. He sees where the puck is going. He's up quickly using the correct leg over and ready to keep following the play. Puck goes back up. Just doing a very good job following it along. That's exactly what you want to see. So we're just going to keep going through another clip of this. So on this one here, it's a good read of the play too. So he reads the play smartly because it's a pass the whole way. He knows this guy isn't shooting from there. Sees the puck go over, and what does he do? He doesn't slide. He uses his outer edges to push, 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 and keep him square with the puck. And then once again, see, no overlap. So here's going to be another clip. Now here we are going to see some of his inner edges being used. So shot comes through, recovers. He does go to his post, but he uses it. Well, actually, doesn't use it as a springboard, but he uses it to know where he is And he doesn't even need to use the post as a springboard because he actually has pretty decent control of his inner edges, because you see him push back, look over his shoulder, recover up to the correct leg, and push across up to his feet to recover properly on the play and get back to his positioning and the way that he wants to move around the net, which is by using his outer edges and being upright in a nice relaxed stance. He anticipates the shot there, shot comes through, makes a save, and then he will do that sometimes where he will push back towards the post, but it's mostly fine. You're okay with that at this level. You just like to see him just get back up because we know he can do that. Puck goes behind the net here. You can see big skate on post type of player. Puck moves back out. He's just keeping on his feet. That one's a little bit of an improper recovery. You want to see him get up with the other leg so that if he needs to, he can push over. Small details. He's a young goalie though, so gets a bit of a pass there. Back on his feet. Moving again. Now he gets a little preoccupied with the player in front of him and just misses that the pass is happening, because you can see the puck is here. He's not completely turned around yet, and this player is ready for it. But luckily, the player kind of heals it. And Bernstein, he's not the fastest goalie you're going to see, but he's efficient in his movements. He's efficient in his recoveries. He's efficient using his outer edges, his inner edges, just efficient in total and efficient in his rotations. So it kind of gives a bit of the appearance that he's fast, but he's not. He's just efficient and takes the waste out of his movement, so he's not getting over to his positioning late or in a messy way. Look, like he engages with the player out front and is still able to reset himself fast enough to get over for a nice save. And then he uses his inner edges. He slides a little bit past, uses inner edges to get back to his post, and stumbles a little bit there. I didn't say he was perfect using his inner edges, just that he's good at it. And that time, he stumbled a little bit. Those things happen. All right, so we're going to focus a little bit more on his recoveries here. So recovers well with the leg. I mean, the shot hits the player in front of him. He sees it, recovers well, gets back in position. So puck comes down, gets back up, back to his knees, back up to his feet. He's got a nice knee drive, but he's also good at getting him back up onto his feet, which is important for a goalie his size. He's a bigger goalie. He's about 6'4", over 200 pounds. Use that size to your advantage, which he is using, and he knows he's not the most agile goalie around. So he knows that he needs to get back up onto his feet, which is going to get him around the net more efficiently and quicker than he would if he used his inner edges and tried to just slide all over the place. Just another good recovery. Puck comes in. He kicks it out there. Gets up with the foot on the farthest side. It's exactly what you want to see. Just good recoveries. A couple mistakes here and there, but for the most part, he's got him down pat. And that's just easy to build on. Right. So next up is post play. So you see, he always likes just getting back onto his post, getting back onto the post. He's not a big reverse VH user. It's not something he does a lot. He likes when other goalies would probably go into the RVH, Bernstein instead Likes to just get his skate right up and snug against that post there. Because then we're going to see the player comes here. A lot of goalies will actually stay down on the RVH. But he stays up, stays up, stays up. Shot comes. Then he goes down. But then what does he do after he makes the save? Back up onto his feet. A bit slowly because he was anticipating danger, though. All right, tracking. This is very important. If you can't see the puck all the way, it's going to cause you issue. Either you're going to let in some bad goals, or you're going to let out a lot of rebounds that don't need to be let out, making it tougher on your team, and then just resulting in more goals again. All right, so here we go. So what I found is Bernstein's tracking on his glove side. It's fine. It's decent. You're not going to be worried a whole lot when pucks are being shot glove side. He makes a couple of these this game, just nice routine glove saves, no fuss, no muss. Just nice and simple. You're not worried about the tracking on that side. What you are worried about, though, is shots aimed at his blocker side. So here we have the player coming in, shot, and then he makes a save. He knows where the shot's going, but he's very awkward in making that save. Then here we go again. Oops. Shot goes. So when the shots aimed blocker side are at his body, that's when he's not quite sure what to do. He prefers pretty much everywhere, but in this section, he likes to be active in his save selection. So pretty much, if you just cut out this part of him, you're going to see active saves all in this area here. But shots aimed towards the midsection and blocker, mid to high blocker side, he gets more blocking. Like you can see here, just goes down, keeps everything tight. He's not trying to move the puck anywhere. He's just trying to block it. And then this is just a goal. Blocker side, he just misses it, unfortunately. So here is, this part of the goaltending game is what I think is probably the most important. The ability to read the play. You at least need to be average at it. Because the puck and the play moves just so fast, especially when you get to the NHL level, that you can't afford to just try and react to everything. You got to be able to read some things. And in Bernstein's case, he's not fast enough to just react to everything. He has to read the play. So we're going to go through this here. So players coming in on a partial break. Puck is loose. You can see Bernstein right here. He's seeing the player, bringing the puck around into a shooting position. So he's dropping one more. Look how low his gloves are. Look how far the player's out. A little concerning, but he's anticipating shot. And he gets caught. So when you're this low, you're relying a lot on your inner edges. And also, and part of the problem of this is because he's anticipating shot, he's taken away some movement from himself to use those outer edges. And he's going to be forced to rotate, which as we see here, the player comes across and Bernstein in a last ditch effort, sticks out the stick and is able to poke check it away. But we can see that if you miss that, the Des Moines player, he's got quite a bit of net to try and put it in because Bernstein's stuck on that post now. No mobility there. Bernstein really likes anticipating shots. I pointed this out earlier. He likes being ready for shots, especially once the puck gets to about, you know, near the top of the circles. He anticipates shot. But where he struggles is in reading the pass. So keep an eye on him here. Right, pass comes over, and look how far back he is. He just rotated, and he's trying to catch up. If this player just shoots far side, Bernstein's not getting there. But the player holds on to it. Bernstein's able to get into position. And once again, he anticipates shot, which not the worst to do. But he knows that the play is coming in on the rush. And the puck goes by him. He tries to get out in front of it. He realizes at the last second that it's actually a pass because it's going too far wide to be a shot. Tries to get in front of it, misses, but luckily so does the player behind him. Here we go again. He gets very low. He's anticipating a shot from there. And when he gets on his post, he realizes, oh, this might actually be. So this player here has the puck. And as the player comes in, he drops it off. And Bernstein, you can tell he's leaning a bit. He's got this leg a little bit lower than that one. And he's getting close to his post, so he knows he can use that post to push off. And he knows that there's a player coming right there. So he cheats a little bit, which is why when the shot comes, he's pushing off the wrong way. And he's trying to recover, but it looks weird. He doesn't realize that at the last second, that's actually a shot coming. And he tried to guess pass on that. So this is the problem that we're seeing in his reads, is that he's guessing. He's guessing a little bit too much. Reading the play, there is a bit of guessing involved. You're trying to figure out the possibilities of what's the most likely thing to happen. But Bernstein, he likes to hedge his bets, guess shot, and then when he thinks there is going to be a pass, we can see he cheats a little bit there. He's anticipating a bit too much and not letting the play develop and relying on his reads more. Luckily that missed for him. So here's one where he anticipates the shot rather well. Oops. There we go. So players coming in once again on half break. Player starting to show pass. The blade of the stick is opening up. Starting to show shoot. The stick is opening up. Bernstein is once again getting low on this rush. Look where the gloves are. They are low. Base is wide. Player comes in, shoots. He makes a save there. I was going to say. Yeah, he makes a save there. He anticipates right. He sees the player is probably looking to shoot. Honestly, though, if a player could have gotten around him, but this defender is actually doing a pretty good job to maybe prevent that from happening. Once again, Bernstein, he's thinking this player's going to shoot. I'm going to anticipate shot, and he does well to make the save. Give him credit there. He guessed right. He anticipated correctly. And then once again, we get another. I'm not doing the RVH thing. I'm just going to put my skate against the post to make a save. Starting to be his signature move. All right, so here's another rush coming in. You can see him guessing. Once again, he's thinking pass because you see him starting to load up the leg here. This leg's already down. If he was thinking this was going to be a shot, both legs would be down or they'd be at the same height. But he's getting ready to slide, and you can't see the stick of the skater right there, unfortunately, so it's hard to tell what Bernstein is seeing. But Bernstein's thinking, there's going to be a pass here. I'm going to maybe have to cheat a little bit. And he recovers to get the stick down to make the save on the 5-hole, but then doesn't recover enough so that the leading player or the trailing player comes in and knocks it in. And you can see he anticipates pass, realizes at the last second, no, it's going to be a shot. He once again goes for the stick. So just like the one that we saw a little bit ago, where the player is trying to get around him, Bernstein got a stick on that one. On this one, he disrupts it again, or at least doesn't get burned on it initially, but then he's not able to recover because he put his blocker so far out there, and he's sliding because he gave a little bit of a push off with that right leg and can't seal the bottom of the net properly. And once again, this is a struggle with him reading the pass. So play's going to come in, and look how far behind Bernstein is. We can see it right here. Like the pass is already halfway across, and Bernstein hasn't moved. That's not good. Luckily, the puck ends up in the player's skate, and it gives Bernstein a chance to get over. And we see here, once again, those inner edges. They're fine. They're good enough at this level, but he stumbles on them and kind of struggles to get over. So that'll be something he's going to be looking to refine on. And then once again, he doesn't see the pass coming over. Able to get in front of it, though, and have it just drop down to him. So that's going over the film of him. As you can see, I wrote up everything. In terms of NHL potential, which this is all about, I think there's something there with Bernstein. He's not going to be an early round pick. He's going to be a late round project. And he's going to be someone NHL teams are going to want to be watching for during the rest of the season. Because what you're going to be looking for is, can he improve on his reads? That's the most important part. Because a lot of the physical assets are there to build upon at the very least. Like if you notice the last couple Stanley Cup winning goalies, all big guys. NHL teams love big goalies because they're easier to play in front of, especially ones that have mobility. Bernstein can move around the crease pretty well. He's not a guy that's going to get caught being slow because he's just unable to generate the proper amount of power to get around the crease. What he's going to get caught on is not reading the play quick enough and then reacting to the play to get to where he needs to be and get his positioning advantage its full use. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as we move throughout the year. Is Thatcher Bernstein going to get better at reading the play? Because that's the main focus right now. The inner edge movement, the agility in general, that's all stuff that can be worked on. That can be brought up to a good enough for the NHL type level. The reads, though, if you can't read the play, it's going to be a struggle. And then the tracking on the blocker side and in the chest area, you want to see that improve too. Number one priority is the reads. That's second. And then obviously just refinement on the rest of his game. And if he does improve upon that, you're probably looking at a mid to late round draft pick. If he doesn't, late round draft pick at best. Possible teams just pass up on him and see how he improves. He might be a late bloomer who needs to go into the NCAA, get a couple years in there, and then be ready to join an NHL franchise. Thank you all for listening, watching. You can find me on Twitter, Giants in the Crease there. Also on Instagram, trying to get that going. And then I don't know if this is going to be out by the time that I'm doing my next project, but there's something in the works. And then obviously I'm running at the Ice Garden, and hopefully I'll be able to find time to make more of these. So hopefully this wasn't too long and you're able to make it through the whole thing. Thank you everyone for watching, and bye for now.